Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the experimental cup thingy. Of course, hosted by ETF2L. I do believe it's a fifth one so far. We had 4 cups before, and today we're gonna watch the final match of the 5th experimental cup final between Wege. I suppose that's how you're supposed to spell their name. I know that they're Polish, so I think I know who I'm gonna be rooting for. It's gonna be some nationalism, some patriotism, just, you know, rooting for this team. Of course, against them is gonna be a team full of Germans. It's Team 9, so kind of national today. It's gonna be I think as they both managed to rip the victories out of their enemies' hands. And of course, we're gonna be playing on 3 new maps. Let me just quickly check what those maps are named. And it's going to be PL Rust B7, CP Intermodal RC3A, which is Release Canada 3A, and COF Fuel A4. So those maps are still technically in development. I do believe the makers, the modelers of those maps are still working on them, and they just want our feedback, like the competitive community feedback on them. That's why ETF2L is hosting those experimental cups. Of course, I forgot to introduce ourselves. My name is Jake. You might know me from various stuff, or not at all. Then I just play some medic in ETF2L. And today with me is, of course, John, the one and only John, who always streams. He has someone's hands. I don't know why, but he does, and he has a computer, good internet, so he can stream. And of course, I'm going to be accompanied. I can't even speak, with Mia, who's gonna join us shortly because she still has some 6s to do, which are apparently very important. So I'm gonna carry on with the whole thing right now. So once I said before, as I said before, Wege and Team 9, both national. It's a Polish team versus the German team. I'm personally gonna say that I've never played these maps. Managed to play like a lot of times on them, I do believe, because, well, they're in the final. So let's see who's gonna take the small tiny pixel trophy. You know, it depends. It looks. So far I see almost everyone that's over. Yep, that's 9 players on each team. Quickly through them. So for Wege is gonna be Lame, Solid, not the Solid the German, it's a Solid Polish. F Sinclair, Wonder, Z, NNR, which is probably Zinner, Zarker, Ratchet, Vlad, and Gmosilla, which is something like Godzilla, but with a GRZ. And for the red team is gonna be Team 9, Quintosh, Coco, Selec, Mars, Viking, Clo, Morph, Relox, and Flo. I do believe they also classed up, at least on Team 9's team, like trying to it's been some time since the last few games, so we'll see how it goes. I do believe I've been joined by Mia right now. Hello? No? Yes? No?
Yes, hello. I apologize for my lateness. I was in the middle of 6 scrims, as you heard by me frantically joining Mumble. Oh, they haven't started yet. That's a
not yet.
surprise.
They have 9. They're waiting for us. We're privileged to wait.
Well, no, they're still missing one person. Oh, he just joined. Okay, never mind. But yes, this is PL Rust. Have you played on the map before, Jake?
Nope. I've never actually seen this map before. It's the first time I actually just downloaded this map because I didn't take the experimental cup. I was kind of busy with, you know, tests and exams like everyone has right now, probably, or some of us. So, I did not have as much time for TF2 as I did before.
Ah. Oh, it looks like they're starting. Right, so we see Team 9 on red team first. You can see that, yeah, Relux is on demo. I thought Quintosh would be on demo. Relux failed the rollout, so I guess... No! That's where the sentry gun gets built. 60 seconds. Never mind.
Wow, professional casting right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Okay, I need to, like, switch the cam. I don't know, my config is kind of broken, but it looks like Quintosh is gonna be engineer for Team 9. He used to be playing for them as a demo man for the season, and he recently has joined a chess club as a demonstration man, but he's a quite talented engineer. I know because I've used his services quite a few times, so let's see what he has in his sleeve for this map.
Yeah, he used to play engineer for them in the previous season. It was ETF2L season 5. He played engineer for them, I believe. Or the start of ETF2L season 5 before he switched out, and it was UGC season 12 that he played engineer for them.
Yep, and looks like they have 10 seconds to go. Oh, actually, let's make it. And let me just quickly look through the map. Looks like the tracks are kind of long. The first point kind of reminds me of the map called Frontier, where there's like this huge train with the jaw that eats people. But looks like the blue team is just like stacking the cart right now and trying to push it as fast as possible. But there is a sniper Flow actually currently moving, which might be a problem, might be a mistake, because he could like have amazing sightline on the cart, and he just abandoned that sightline. So not a good decision by him.
Yeah, it looks like the majority of the red team combo are holding by the blue forward spawn. They've given a lot of point 1 to blue team already. In fact, that point's gonna cap pretty much uncontested. But now when you get to point 2, that's when the sentry gun can happen. And Selleck there gets a big backstab there on Zaka, the enemy medic.
Yeah, and it was a drop as well, as Stevie tells us. So nice job there by Selleck. And looks like Selleck of Sinclair for the Polish team. Wege rack is going, but there's a headshot by LeMay on Klo. So basically Ubers are in favor actually for the blue team, because Zarker, who is their medic, is actually building slowly his Uber up as Klo just died.
So this will give Zarka a good 35% Uber advantage right now. And Flo there is doing a lot of work. He takes that Sinclair. Wonder goes down as well. Although this cart is still being pushed there by Solid, the blue engineer.
Yeah, the engineer's doing a lot of work. Solid is just stacking the card, and occasionally accompanied by the scout for his team by the name, I do believe it's Ratchet. So they're kind of like holding this area. Like Team 9 is not really holding it well, and the blue team is just pushing it like uncontested. So they have a lot of space, and Zarka is closing up to 100% Uber, while it's only about 50. So we're gonna see a nice Uber pop out of the Polish team, and there it is, very early pop. They don't want to risk anything. They have a huge advantage, but they need to get the medic if they want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, and the Paradox Corner gets shut down immediately. The sentry gun goes down as well. Klo manages to survive though, so he's going to retain Uber advantage to defend the next point with. You can see that Quintosh already has a level 2 there on the next point, and he's wrangling it to defend it. Oh, Marth there jumping and takes out Sinclair and Solid.
Nice job, and only 4 people up for red team. He just got respawned. Flo is still doing a lot of work. He's just standing still and taking out people, occasionally scoring headshots as well. He's on 14 HP right now. He's running away, and he's about to go down. No, he managed to get out, and Vlad with his trusty medic Zarker are just kind of on the right flank. If you look at the red spawn, the car is currently being slowly pushed forward by the scout only. It's probably a tedious work for a scout to kind of push the car, but at the same time, if you defend, you have a lot of free room to just run around and do whatever you want.
Yeah. Ah man, blue is popped right there, and Klo decides to milk him for a bit before popping on his own heavy. Red team have a much better Uber right now, and they're pushing back blue team, and blue team can't do anything with that. Like, they can actually get central forward a bit, but Scout is being Ubered, now he's blocking it.
Yeah, barely. And looks like the team is just kind of holding. Team 9 is just holding near their spawn, the old spawn that is no longer activated, so they can't really get some resup out of there, but they're still holding the spot as it seems to be a massive choke. And Medic is currently alone. He's kind of healing the heavy Vlad, and then he gets stabbed by it was Selleck. And nice work there by Selleck, who just managed to get through enemy lines and stab the medic. It's gonna give the enemy team Klo actually a 75% Uber advantage, which is actually kind of huge for the defending team, and they'll be able to hold this point for at least 2 more minutes.
Yeah, that was really, really good play by Selleck. That's the second time he's stuck, and I believe we do have a pause coming.
Oh yeah, of course, pause is unavoidable. I think. No. No one has dropped yet, so we're gonna see what happened, or if anyone messages, that would be kind of great. But looks like from this point that Klo is almost at 100% Uber. He can like pop it whenever he wants, whenever he feels like it, and he has a massive advantage over Zarker, who has no Uber whatsoever. So they can hold this, as I said before, about 2 more minutes if they play it right.
So let me ask you a question, Jake, because it's best out of 3 for 3 maps.
Yes.
But is each map played best out of 3? So if you have Payload, like, is this the deciding round, or Do we play another round of
It's
Payload
a tough
after this?
question because, as you probably know, I'm subbing for the one and only Sigafu, and I'm only a mere sub, so I really do not know anything about the game. Probably better asking John, so John's gonna like drop some info sooner or later, so we can update you guys on what's going on and what's gonna happen. Probably, I hope. Yes.
Okay, wow, I'm very sorry for that.
Just putting him in a kind of uncomfortable situation here. You know, keep a straight face on, land shirts on, you know, game pants and
Yes, and whatnot.
and whatnot. Okay, so just gonna talk about the map because I only seen a fraction of it so far, and looks like the card's being really like pushed. I don't know if the card is actually has a boost on it. I mean, you can just push it faster than other cards on other maps. Kind of seems that way because the card, like the tracks are really long, and they managed to push like 3 points in about 2 minutes.
I think it's because of the nature of the map. Because on the night of Experimental Cup, like I chose not to play in it because well, the maps are awful. But then I didn't actually take a proper look at the maps, which I know was biased, and I shouldn't have listened to people. I should have looked at myself. But then when I finally looked at myself, I went around all 3 maps, went, wow, this map is awful. Wow, this map is awful. But it's because if you actually look. Like, the tracks, like, the actual area of the map is huge. It's even larger than Swiftwater, this map. And this means that, like, the cart can go for a very long time and not be contested by the sentry. Basically, it just has, like, huge sight lines.
Yeah,
and
so it's
space.
a good thing that it's being, like, sped up so you can basically push it really fast. Because, as you said, it's kind of a long track, and I can't really believe that they managed to push almost 3 points in about, like, 3 or something minutes. And I don't know what the default time is because we just started playing this map. But I know the developer of this map, Frozen R, who is I think you might know him from Reddit, as he appeared in one of the posts about the end of the line update as he was testing maps. He is quite a huge community for the TF2 maps.com and .net, actually, not com. And he always wants some feedback on his maps, on some competitive modes, and how it works out because when he makes maps, he tries to go for the pubby kind of style, and I definitely can see this map being a pub style map because it's kind of open, a lot of flanks, a lot of open areas, like you can have fights on almost every single level with a lot of health packs. But at the same time, for competitive level, it might be quite different because you usually play 24 player servers, whereas in Highlander, so it's about less than usual. Might be kind of empty.
Yeah, I see what you mean. To be honest, like, I'm having a bit of an issue trying to work out, like, where the spawns are on this map.
I think you have, like, respawns or 2, but it looks like we just started, so we'll see some of the ice skating, famous ice skating after pauses. And as I said, Chloe just hit his 100% Uber, and Sinclair, the sniper for the blue team, Wege Rack, is just scoring some headshots, trying to work out the advantage for his team, as Archer knows he has a disadvantage, but he slowly builds his Uber up. Let's see what happens.
Yes, and now because blue team are at a disadvantage, you just have to wait a bit to pop the red team. It looks like Quintosh is building a sentry outside the normal forward spawn with his combo there. And yes, I'm just retrying into server. Oh, it goes down to sniper.
Nice job there. Relox, who has actually had quite a break recently. I don't know when was the last time he played. He's playing a demo man for Team 9, so he might be a bit rusty as the map suggests, but we'll see if the rustiness of his is going to help his team. It's like both medics have Uber right now, and just Zarker is kind of waiting for a good push. He's slowly pushing in. A soldier goes down. A lot of people down for the blue team. Wege Rack, and Zarker is in a dire situation. He's getting blocked on some planks, but he managed to get out on about 90 HP. So he's kind of safe, just waiting for his main classes to respawn push with.
Yeah, the problem there was that the heavy and demo man for blue team went the wrong way. Like, the heavy went to drop down, and he just got stuck in a corner and just destroyed. And now because they were 4 down, looks like blue team had a bit, and they got a bit of space for that.
Probably. So just looking, trying to figure out where are the holding spots and you know, where the teams are going to push. But it looks like Vlad decided to go in, and now he just got headshot by Payload, who will not let that opportunity go away. And Zarka managed to pop really early, but Chloe is still holding on to his Uber, and doesn't look like he's gonna pop anytime soon. The medic and the pyro the Uber was popped on just died, so Chloe is still holding a 100% Uber advantage. Doesn't seem to be doing that anytime soon. They're even pushing out of the spawn area. They feel really confident here.
Yeah, that was a very poor Uber there by blue team. It was kind of like, it wasn't really their fault. Like, Flo, the red sniper, headshot hit the heavy, and this was blue medic to use Uber on the pyro at like long distance. It didn't go well. They should have just got out early. Instead, they sacrificed the medic and they wasted even more time.
Indeed. It looks like those pushes by Wege Rag are kind of inconsistent here. I'm kind of worried of what they're trying to do. They kind of clutter people on the left side, as it seems to be a good area to push, but I would actually go through cracks, use the card to the advantage of, like, you know, giving your health some ammo back and, so, of course, some moving cover, and possibly use that, spam the medic, force them out of there, because they're just like moving on the right side, trying to defend them off, and Chloe is still holding on that 100% Uber. No one's working on getting him down. So he's getting called up indefinitely, and I just heard Zarker just calling his Uber, so they're ready.
Yeah, Chloe there is just this Uber. This looks like a very dire position right now for blue team. In fact, Quintosh just moved to Sentry 4 to stand right on the point, and blue Uber is popped there. It destroys the Sentry there, but it hasn't managed to do anything else. Like, Close is still holding onto that Uber on the high ground with his heavy and his pyro.
Yeah, and looks like still my HUD is broken, so I don't know the percentages, but it looks like the first. I just saw it go to a nice flare by Zinner, one Coco, so no scout for the red team, which is not a big deal because it's just a scout on defense. It looks like Vlad is just going ham, just kind of pushing enemies back to the spawn, but Flo doesn't give him any space to breathe, because without a head, you cannot really breathe.
Yeah. I'd actually like to point out that the nature of the last point, if you look at it, it looks really hard to push, doesn't it, Jake? Like, everything's at a height disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, it's a high disadvantage, but it's also kind of like spread around on like long areas, so you can't really feel it, I suppose. It's not as, you know, like straight up height advantage as you can see on this third point, as third point just been capped. And looks like red team is currently pushing in. Chloe is still holding on 100% Uber. I mean, this guy is just unkillable right now.
He really doesn't want to get rid of that Uber. I think he's getting a bit too emotionally attached to it now.
I think so, yeah. You know, there's this, you know, you're a medic yourself, and some other medics also can confirm, yeah, if the longer you hold that Uber, the worse it gets.
Yeah, the worse stuff you get. Oh my god, Zarka there gets stabbed by Salik. It's like kind of around the corner. Very well done. And Chloe there was intending to pop that Uber onto the enemy medic anyway. But yeah, that was very, very well played there by Team 9. And Salik especially.
Yeah, definitely. And Chloe managed to pop his Uber, and Zarker just building his, and Chloe is still having that advantage. No one is really working on that medic, and I think it's due to Viking, who is really spy checking around and spy for the blue team by the name of F. Sinclair. Cannot get really anywhere near the medic, and it looks like Zarka is kind of being really ballsy here, and a nice sticky trap by Relox, taking out two people for Wege Rag is Silla, and of course Zarka, and Vlad goes down as well, courtesy of Marv Rocket. So it's a lot of people dead for blue team, giving a lot of space and time.
Yeah, I think the problem here, blue team, is they keep trying to push their left side or Team 9's right side, and this makes them go down through a drop down, and that's a dead end. So you're not going to win that fight. You're at height disadvantage, and it's a dead end. Like, there aren't any health packs around. You're going to die. Like, and because of like their poor positioning, like the medics died like twice in a row. They just need to push right side where it's a bit more even, and there's a path leading to the spawn, and it's now, to be fair.
Yeah, I think the last is more of a flank center area than like combo centric area, because if you get your flanks to the left or to the right and manage to take the whole area by yourself, then you have a lot of room to roam around, and you can possibly work on the medic, the main vital classes, so your combo can push from the other side and kind of like sandwich. But Vlad, just as I'm speaking, he's on the right side all by himself. There's no medic around for him, and Zarka is 20% Uber, where Chloe is 100%, and once again he just doesn't die. He's just standing still, protected by his amazing combo classes, Relox, Viking, and Mars, who are all doing a really good job of protecting him.
Yeah. Zaka there's only at 50% right now. They've got a bit of time before they build. It looks like blue team want to push out right side. There's only Marth there on the flag protecting right side for now, whereas Close is with his suspensions heavy on the right side of the point with some sticks by the drop down.
And yeah, I would just want to say that look at this heavy position. Like, I mean, you used the dispenser to kind of jump up on this little ledge, and right now he's a massive height advantage. He can just ambush anyone who comes through the right side. Both entrances are covered, and there goes an early pop on the Demoman Shimosilla, and there goes the counter pop by Red Team, Team 9 on Relox and Pyro Viking, and just managed to kind of clear out the area. But there's Vlad, who is actually doing what I said before. He's just ambushing to pick up 2 kills on Viking and the Demo Relox. But there goes back Mars, who is just kind of angry at losing his players, and like, no, you're not allowed to take out my team out. And he just walks in, trying to clear this area, but now he's being fended off by the Mad Milk. I mean, Mad Milk is kind of scary, I'm gonna lie.
Yeah. Lots of Team 9 there went down, but unfortunately went down different ways, so now they've like gone back up. And there's a random mini sentry that Quintosh has at the top, and it's just denied the entire main by itself. It's run out of ammo now, but like that's a lot of work that mini sentry did.
And as you can see, like he just abandoned the idea of putting a level 3 sentry, and he just like puts and spams down the mini sentries. And I think, as you said before, it's because this whole area is kind of large, and you can just simply wrangle it around. And as soon as it dies, you can just pop another one back, but until you're, unless you're alive, because Quintosh is right now dead, so no more mini sentries for Team 9 on defense.
Yeah, looks like blue team are going for it right now. 1 minute left. Everyone's just gone up main. They're like, screw the flanks, They've gone straight into the red combo, initiated the Uber, and now blue team are in trouble. They've got a lot of people on the cart, but most of red team is focused on heavy. Vlad has sacrificed himself for it. Oh my god, I think Relox killed like 4 people defending the cart.
Yeah,
there.
Relox just going huge there, and also there was a small Uber exchange on the right side on the flank there, but of course the Team 9's Uber was much better than Wege Rack, so he definitely capitalized on that, and the Mars managed to pick up a few some damage and managed to, I think, pick up the heavy. But right now, Flo is just denying the whole main area, and looks like there is a pop from Zarker. Another pop very quick, I think it was built because only 40 seconds, and they're just pushing in with force, and then capitalizing on that really very much. Chloe is on 50 HP, but right now he's just holding kind of by himself, and this whole push is just crumbling after basically Flo took out 3 people. Just kind of died on the way.
Yeah, they're not going to cap this. It's not really their fault though. This map, the last looks pretty much impossible to cap. Like you see Relox taunting on the cart, and people jump in and try and... Oh man, they didn't do it.
Kind
7
of
minutes,
unfortunate,
47.
yeah. So now Wege Rack has to really put up a nice defense on third, like Team 9 did, because otherwise they're gonna lose if Team 9 caps under 7 minutes 47 seconds. The third point, of course. If they don't, they can still cap the last point. But I know that Frozenar, who I talked about before, is in the chat. He's watching the stream, so he might be taking some notes right now, and just gonna give him some insight on how things work.
Yes. Let's see. It looks like red team are suiciding so different. They're suiciding sort of by the point for sort of larger sightline to wrangle over the tracks. I think this might be a better place. However, let's see, engineer can get sniped really easily, can't it, Jake?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the sentry position, I would say Team 9's position was a little bit better, as the sentry was a little bit more protected. But if the sniper just goes through the flank on the right side, he has like an amazing sideline. So unless Lame, who is a sniper for Wege Rack, out-snipes Flo, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble holding that position.
Yeah, both Flo is doing a heck of a lot of work recently. Like him and Selec have just been constant pain into Wege Rack's combo.
Definitely. So once again, for those who are tuning in, this is the Experimental Cup. Of course, the 5th edition of the Experimental Cap, and of course this is PL Russ. The first kill of the game is going to Flo on Wonder, the soldier. And right now is the counter kill on Mars. So no heavy for the blue team, the pushing team, which is so crucial here. And no one's really pushing the cars, only Lame, the only Flo, is trying to fend off the enemies. But looks like Wege Rack is really holding forward.
Ah man, the Quintosh there, that was brutal. He just jumped in, he cavered. What's his name? Zaka.
Was it Quintosh or was it Relox?
I think thought it was...
Because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure
Relox.
that Aegis cannot wield the cape.
No, never mind. It was Relox. I'm too used to him being on Demo Man. It was Relox.
Yeah, you can't really label Quintus as Demo Man anymore because he can play all the classes. Pretty much. But
yeah,
looks
now...
like, yeah, like, Team 9 is capitalizing on it very much, just pushing with the entire combo forward, this full Uber advantage. Once again, Chloe is just holding onto that Uber like to his newborn. Let it go. And going forward, they're probably gonna attempt that spawn camping.
Yep, and wow, Saka there, like Chloe didn't pop his Uber, and Saka's building up to 70% right now. Blue team need to sort of push into combo soon if they want to make the most out of their Uber advantage.
Most definitely, but you can clearly see that Wege Rack's offense was a lot more decisive. They pushed 2 points under 2 minutes, which was actually kind of impressive. It looks like Team 9 is just taking their time, but at the same time they can push 3 points in like 8 minutes, and it's fine as the pop has been just forced out of Chloe, trying to save the Heavy, who was really low on health. Mars just taking a lot of trouble, and now is a counter pop from Zark on Mozilla, and of course the Heavy lad just pushing out the attackers, and they didn't quite manage to catch him, but there's a spicy Glare managed to stop Rock, so no demo for Team 9 right now. Chris tried to do some magic with his little rusty shotgun, but just Mozilla and his friends did not allow that to happen.
Coco there getting up behind Zaka after the blue push went badly, and he killed Zaka, meaning that Chloe... Oh, nope. Nope. Never mind, Chloe didn't heal for fast enough. He doesn't have an Uber advantage at all. However, it doesn't stop blue team jumping onto cart right now. And they're just out DMing players right now with both Ratchet and Sinclair going down.
Yeah, definitely, and looks like this defense is slowly crumbling as Vlad is just taking so much damage he cannot take it anymore. He is forced to back out and probably consume a sandwich, and leaving Zarker alone with just a sniper and the spy is not a good idea as he's being attacked by Quintos, and Quintos just got stabbed as Zarker was about to die to his Malfist, and Marv is just going huge with his direct hit. Managed to score a nice hit on the Medic, and Medic is down for the defending team. Zarker once again waiting for respawn.
Yep, and now Team 9 only need 4.5 minutes to capture this 1 point. And at the moment things are going bad for Red Team. They are 4 up. And it looks like Blue Team have already pushed up ahead to last. They've got 100% Uber right now, and it looks like they are fully intending to push past the point to create space for the cart to be pushed.
I don't think like the Red Team knows what they're doing, because if Team 9 caps the 3rd point right now, you're gonna lose, Wege Rack. Just step up your game, because you're gonna lose.
Yeah, they had to be more aggressive then. Like, although to be fair, like they didn't have enough players. They didn't have, like, anyhow. If they pushed into Red Team, like Red Team would just Uber in their face. Like, no way they could have won after they held. Was it 3rd? Yeah, 3rd like that. They were lost.
We're gonna check out now if they play like best of 3 on each map, or just a 3 on, you know, one of the maps, or I don't know.
I've been told by John that each map, like the stopwatch maps are actually best out 3. So they're gonna have to switch teams and do this again.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a look at the logs that we have here, and it looks like the top damage output in the last round was definitely topped by Vlad, outscoring Mars, the Heavy, for Team 9 by about 300 damage and sitting on 2,100. So he was definitely doing some work, but he was really focused down Team 9's players. At the same time, Mars walked out with 9 frags as a Heavy, and Vlad was 2nd. So kind of like this proportion here, I think like Vlad couldn't capitalize on kills, whereas Mars was just kind of picking off players. And of course, once again, both Heavies are on top as it comes to damage, and you know, it just basically looks like this map is Heavy friendly. So it seems, but we'll see if the next round will be pretty long.
I'm judging by the logs that because Team 9 were the higher division team, like, and they've just, well, frankly, they will have better players. But there's a huge damage difference. Like, the whole of Red Team, like, during that one game, like, by Red Team I mean Wege Rack, they had 30,000 damage. Let's round up to 30,000 because it's very close. Whereas Team 9, they had 44,000 damage. Those Team 9 had 120, whereas Wege Rack had 77.
Oh wow, that is a huge disproportion here. kind of painful, I think, for the Polish team. I mean, I'm still with all my heart with them, because, you know, fellow players, I always cheer up for them, and I hope they win. But they got just kind of beaten by Team 9. I think, like, the synergy in Team 9 and, the whole season played together, kind of working in their favor.
Aren't they Polish, like you, as well?
Yeah, like, wow, that's kind of, yeah, basically. So, as I said, fellow Polacks, love them. Gotta win, guys, come on. Looks like the team, the round has just set up, and or they're gonna restart it because the medic isn't building in the spawn, and timer's going down, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
and it just seems like Team 9 is just having fun in the spawn, and let me just quickly check what medic gun is. Uber.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Oh, are they not gonna switch teams? Oh no, they have already switched teams. Yes. Never mind. Wow. But it looks like now Wege are building where Team 9 built the Uber. Built the Sentry on point 1, which is closer to the blue forward spawn. And wow, Vlad there getting sniped right at the start. However, LeMay they're taking that flow, so Flow's sort of kill streak has been slowed down. He takes out Relox as well, so this will definitely slow things down.
Yeah, I think like some classes change in Wege's Rag team, as Vlad is currently playing as a scout, and then Ratchet, who is the scout before, is now playing heavy. So we'll see how it turns out, and it looks like Chloe's been calling her actually very aggressively, kind of trying to heal up Marso's on half health. And there's like a small heavy exchange between both teams, and there was a nice Uber force. I think it was by Relox, who once again went for the caver, but didn't quite manage to get a drop, but it was the force, so it's almost as good.
Yeah, and Chloe they're still holding on to his Uber. It looks like blue team are just pushing the cart right up to it right now. And the sentry did go down to a really nice stat from Selec, and in the meanwhile the red NG fell off the platform next to the sentry, so that wasn't going to do Solid any favours.
That's kind of unfortunate for him now, but Chloe is 100% Uber right now. Once again, he's, as I said, he's just holding a Uber to himself. He doesn't want to share it with anyone, and he can basically pop it at any given time, any given circumstance, and just like this whole team is just pushing kind of left side as the card is being pushed forward by the flank classes. Although, of course, the enemy team, VG Rag, has LeMay kind of watching over the card and trying to snipe off enemy pushers.
Yep, and wow, Zarka's coming up to full Uber, really close. Oh man, they popped really early. They're relying on the pyro to deny that Uber. Zarka pops right away. Those good Uber blue team are in trouble now. They've got a very bad Uber. Ratchet, they're taking out Viking right now from T9. They need to block the cart. They have managed to block the cart after, and now they're at height advantage. And Signer takes out Chloe. However, Team 9 did manage to push the cart and get the forward spawn.
Yeah, they kind of too excited for the card right here just to get the forward spawns. It paid off because now red team has forced to push back as their forward spawn is right now being blocked off. They cannot use that anymore, and they need to use the backward one.
Yeah, like I feel that red heavy jumped onto the cart way too late. Like there should always, if the cart's that close, there should always be someone like actively touching the cart to stop it being capped like that, because it got capped right into the heavy's nose.
Pretty much, he's like, Ratchet was like, I'm just gonna have to jump, I'm just gonna jump right now, and there was a little bit too, like, Squirtle was already pushed it to the end. He was like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to push this cart, and I'm gonna keep doing that until the end of my time on this map. So it looks like there's a small exchange between Wonder and Vlad on the flank on the cart, but looks like, you know, with the heels and Viking just washing over and just arrowing, I mean not arrowing, but flaring people around. It's not gonna work out, and it's only Marth right now pushing the cart by himself. It's not as fast as Utia and was with the scout and the engineer, but it's still working out just fine.
Oh, LeMay's actually out sniping Flo right now. LeMay is having the game of his life, but now it looks like both medics have gotten to 100% Uber, and Red Uber's popped first. I think they popped with intention of forcing the blue Uber, and the blue Uber is forced, but it's very far behind, and Red Medic is in trouble. I don't know what Zarko's doing, but he's running way too far forward. He was like in front of his heavy. Like, it was a bit retarded, to be frankly honest with you. And now because of that, like, the red combo have gone down. And Team 9, like, they've got like 7 people around cart at the moment, but it looks like they're gonna push up ahead down the left-hand side.
Yeah, it seems like that, and basically half of the red team just crumble over there, and they did not have any classes to stop the cap. As the third point is about to get capped, Quintos is just running around trying to cap the center with a slight overheal. Looks like Lame, the sniper, is just being currently sniped by the heavy. There's a lot of blue players in this little hut on the left side. As goes Wonder, he just tries to do wonders with his rocket launcher. He didn't quite manage yet, but there's a lot of spam going on, and looks like Chloe has finally died to Ratchet, who was just walking with the medic. It's like, no, I'm not having any of that shit. I'm just going and cleaning things up as he did right now.
That was all Wonder and Ratchet. Wonder there for jumping in and, like, you know, doing lots of damage and distracting the blue combo, and Ratchet for jumping in and cleaning up. Like, that's very well played by them. They managed to take out the blue combo when he's looking bad. Now Zark has got full uber advantage. Please don't drop this time. Like,
no, I think he'll do this. He will just pull up Chloe and just hold definitely.
Yeah, now they're just like holding like behind the house. Now they're holding pretty close.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of like running in the open, which is I wouldn't say it's a smart idea, because Flo was actually doing some good job with his sniper rifle. So if the medic pokes his head out just a little bit, he might be in danger. It looks like Cabs kind of push and stop, rolling back down the hill, which is gonna be painful because this hilltop has this mechanic where if you push it halfway, it's just gonna roll down if you stop pushing at some point.
Oh my gosh, Selec there, really nice stab. Gets solid as he's carrying around his sentry gun, so it managed to like stop them. Oh my gosh, Sinclair and Vlad go down as well. This is Team 9's time to push, because at the moment Red Team are a lot down. They managed to take out Zen and Anna and Wonder as well, so that's, oh my god, 3 up right now, and they're in trouble. There's a scout pushing the cart right now. They're suiciding people onto the cart. It's not going to work, and that's 545 for all 4 points.
That was actually very well done by Selec in the flow, who managed to pick up like 3 or 4 Wege classes before they push, and they just used that advantage of like player number that just to push in using this Uber, even if popping a little bit early, because looked like the medic for Wege Zarka had to kind of back out and save his teammates, and it was already too late because all the flank classes were pushed the cart till the end and it blew up. So let's see where Team 9 is gonna hold, and it's like the same hold as they did in the first round, just kind of on this little plank.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. The few times, like 3 times or 2 times I've seen them do this so far, it hasn't worked. Like, I feel like this area is just too tight to have a sentry. Like, could they not find somewhere else to put that?
I don't know, like, area just kind of seems to be really hard to hold. But as I said, I talked before with Frozenar, he gave me like a lot of tips. So, like, I think you talked with him as well. You met him once. We tested like some experimental cups or experimental maps, and I talked with him afterwards, and he said that maps, like the stock maps for TF2, are made in such a way that the first point is very easy to cap, and the last point is very hard to cap. And I think he tried to go for that pattern here as well, where the first point and first like few points are kind of easy, they're getting progressively hard. And I just wanted to say, Salec's position at Bob Blue Spawn is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised I haven't checked that. Like, when I went around the map, I thought that would be a place where somebody gonna hide and drop stab the medic. And no one's checked that.
No, he was just standing on the rooftop, and now he decloaked. He's rolling on the medic. He managed to get caught by Zinner the Pyro, and that was very close. Way too close for comfort for Zarker. It looks like right now they're just kind of losing players. They had to pop to save their demo man, but the cut has been managed to obtain, I suppose, by the flying classes, and it was a counter pop, kind of save of enemies. And it didn't quite work out, as it's kind of a wasted Uber, I suppose, but
yeah,
they have
they
enough
didn't
time
really
to
do
build
anything
another one.
with the Uber. They either had to like pop it early or just like hold it not at all. But by the time Blue Uber faded, they popped it, and like Blue team had really gotten out by then.
And it looks like once again, Quintos is just going, I think for level 3, he's just kind of standing still watching his sentry, and it looks like this is a pause.
Yeah, thank god. I was watching the Blue Scout for ages. I was like, wow, this map is so glitched that car isn't even going forward. Like, and it's a pause.
Yeah, I was just looking like, Quintos just like staring at this and like Spencer, I wonder when it will come back up. And I'm just gonna stare at it and wait. And it's like, Gonna wait like a
Yeah.
minute or two more, I suppose, before it comes back. But yeah, so far it seems like it took some time for the blue team Wege to push the first card, but they have some kind of momentum going, and looks like there's an unpause. And they're kind of pushing right side, which is, I suppose, a good call, because there's a lot of players for the red team holding there. There's only a heavy Mars without a mag on 100 HP. He's just kind of trying to run out, and they basically gave up this little hut area for free. Well, not necessarily for free, but for very cheap, I suppose.
Yep, now huts are frozen at the moment, but you can see that red energy there is building just behind the point. It's on level 2 right now. That's a pretty decent sight line, actually. Solid and Vlad both going down as well. And at the moment, Zaka here has full Uber, and I'm assuming that Chloe will get full Uber very soon.
Yeah, looks that way. Both medics, I believe they're on both 100 Uber. And it was the first pop by the blue team. Wege just tried to get some picks, but they didn't quite manage. And a very late pop by Chloe, who just singled it out on the heavy. So no pushing strats are gonna come out here. And it looks like they're slowly pushing it back in. The blue team Wege kind of trying to take some ground. It looks like they might as well achieve it, because their demo just respawned and about to do some spamming action. But Ratchet is on low health and he's being spammed by Relox. It doesn't really matter, just drop down the cart. The whole combo is just gonna push the cart right now. Only a soldier up. Marv is just holding in this little corner here, trying to stop it. No, it's not gonna happen. The cart is not being pushed, and they're still trying to just kind of get them out of this area up top. But it's so hard to get in there if the heavy's up and the fire is up, and then we're just gonna blast you off.
Yeah.
And as Ratchet and Wonder just found out by themselves how it works out.
It looks like blue demo like was edging it forward by himself. That cart is so far capped. I swear, if just someone just nudges it, it will go in.
Yeah, but they finally managed to cap it, and as I said, Chloe died somewhere in the way, and Zarka just popped his Uber, and looks like just gonna kind of clean up behind the pirates, just like the long haul. Poor Viking, who was just kind of ganged up on. Poor Pyra.
I feel I need to give G Mosilla that cap, because like he was playing really well. He's
Oh,
pressuring the
Gmosilla,
cart.
like,
yeah.
say Gmo, like, I'm not even spelling it right, I'm just kind of spelling with the English American accent, kind of, I don't know, fake, but, yeah.
Schmozilla?
Gmosilla.
Okay, well, Schmozilla there, like, that push was all him. He dropped the medic, and like, even before that, he was playing well. But this will leave Zarka at a decent 35% Uber advantage right now. There's a mini sentry on the other side that's being wrangled. Silent player goes down, no more backstabbing action for him, and it looks like they're pretty much gonna get this point. Like blue team's combo, like they were way too far back. Like red's combo were like 5 down, and they could have pushed all the way up to their spawn like Team 9 had before.
And as you're saying, Sinclair managed to take the medic down to like 100 health, and Wonder just like jumped in and got him down, and now Zarka is sitting on 100% Uber, 1 at 45 seconds to go. There's his drop by Flo! Ouch!
Yeah, I really they had a chance there. Like, there were 2 minutes left. Team 9 were 5 down. They just weren't aggressive enough, and I think that's just a thing that comes with Division. Because, like, these guys were, like, Div 5 last season, but they have got, like, a lot of higher level 6s players on their team, like Wonder, like, from Kritzberg, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless I've got him mixed up with another Polak.
It was just saying Polak. It's funny. Okay, let's come back to the class. There's 30% for each medic right now. Chloe is building slightly faster, but that's because his teammates are damaged. And the card is about to be pushed to the third point. 1 mid left. 1 mid left on the point. And Marv with Relox are just holding this. No more Relox, because he just died to some random spam from Smosilla, which is kind of unfortunate. No demo for the defending team, but I think they can capitalize on that. 1 more kill on Marv by Ratchet, who managed to kind of finish him off. And looks like the Polish team, Wege has the advantage here, has the opportunity to push in, but they're not using it.
Yeah, oh man, they could have really done something. Now Zarka's coming up to 100% Uber right now. They did manage to cap it. 30 seconds left. They need to do something amazing. Sentry gun goes down. It's only a mini sentry. Not that great. Oh, Zarka drops. Zarka drops the fantastic sticky trap by Relox. Selleck comes in with 2 on backstabs. That's it. It's over. No chance. They can cap this.
Yeah, it's no way they're gonna cap, because there's just 3 up, I think.
Unless, like, the entire red team pressed kill into console. Like, there's no way.
Well, not even then. I think you just need some pressed, like, pushing power to push the car, because car by itself is not gonna roll forward. Especially up the hill. So there's the counterpop from the red team, and it looks like Team 9 is just gonna take a clean 2-0 victory. on PL Rust kind of version that is still being worked on, I do believe. So yeah.
And now the server is like changing level. I believe the next map is. I don't actually know what the next map is. I really hope it's the it's CP Intermodal, because I took a look at Cough. Gosh, I forgot what it's called.
It's
Cough
fuel.
Macaulay.
Cough fuel.
It's
Cough
awful.
fuel.
Like I don't want to be mean, but it's really awful. Like
Cough
I've never
fuel.
seen. Like look, think of most Cough maps, Jake. Like Lakeside, the point is at a height advantage, or like at least even. Viaduct, slight height advantage. Asheville, not height advantage, but there are roofs on either side to give your team some sort of advantage with holding the point.
You have like the wintry map. There was Arctic. Yeah, you had like those things on the middle, those huge crates.
Yeah, and there was a slight there's a slight raise in the ground as well, just to give your team like some height. But like Cough Fuel, like it was built like down, like everything went downwards. So the idea is that you hold the point. And once you cap the point, you go back to your side, because you don't want to stand on the point. And if you stand further than the point and you get pushed back, you put like it was a very, very poorly built map in my opinion. I just saw it, so I'm very just relieved that they're playing like CP Intermodal right now.
Yeah, I think like they're playing CP Intermodal, and I think like ETF2L stuff. I just read the post on ETF2L.org. If you wish to start playing Highlander, you can like kind of sign up for the Highlander Open. I'm just gonna like plug those two things in.
Yep.
But regarding the Intermodal, it got included into the newest, like the Nations Cup, third edition of Nations Cup.
Yeah, there's a lot of uproar about that as well, because like even though it was like the lesser of like free evos in this cup, like hand to heart, like even if the map was suitable for comp play. You gotta agree with me, Jake. This is one ugly map.
What, Intermodal?
Yeah, like look at the mid. Just look at the mid. It's 3 trains. No, it's 9 trains. My bad. Sort of put together on the mid, and then it's sort of patched together with some wooden boards.
I can see like sticky traps just being put everywhere. But you know what this map actually reminds me of? It was like this map. I think was.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of this map. Like the layout and the mid especially really reminds me of Follower, because it's basically a mirrored version of a Follower, just like with some few things changed and basically slightly wider and more flat mid.
Yeah, Monkey Man said that to me yesterday. I spent ages like trying to find out what the map looked like, and then he deducted it was like Follower. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. Promise not to like make fun of me. I've never played Follower. I've only seen it in frag movies.
Same here. I mean, I basically know the layout of Rust because I watched the game now, and I'm gonna know the Followers layout because I'm watching this game right here. And looks like, I mean, the whole idea of the map looks really promising and interesting. Like, there's a lot of those tight spaces, and you can like probably snipe through some gaps and stuff. But it's hard to say which area is going to be like really used and which area is not going to be used at all, because you have like so many flanks here. And this map is just generally speaking very big.
I think the map's too fat. Like it's
too
like,
fat.
No, hear me out. Lengthwise, it's not actually that different from like Process, which like is I think the largest 5 CP6s map there is. That or like not Swiftwater. It's probably Process, to be honest. Like that map is like quite long, isn't it? And this one has a length of Process. Unfortunately, it's also fat. Like it's really just wide, isn't it? Like the mid fight is wide, second point is wide.
It's fat.
Last point is wide as well. It's all just very diagonal and fat, basically.
Fat. I was like, still in like I think it's still in works. I think it's Alpha 7. I do believe. I don't know. Just found some like unfinished textures on the map, like those are the one that you see on the orange servers.
Yeah.
So I think it's still in the works, and everything can change, and I think this cup is going to help mapping community kind of find out those problems with the map, and kind of as they did with multiple maps before, like, you know, Cobb Viaduct, which is still not an approved map, and it's so much better than the original Viaduct. And
It
basically,
is.
like you just play 6s and Highlander on it, and it's just being so widely used and widely known because it got fixed every single problem that people had with it.
I've actually
And I
been
think, yeah, Yeah, if you give it some faith. I mean, come on.
I've actually been corrected by John. Granary is actually the largest map. It's just it was at the start of the ETF2L this season. I've been playing too much Process recently, and that's why Process came to mind first. But Granary is actually, in fact, larger. And it's about the same length as Granary, this map.
It's still fat. I mean,
yeah, it's still fat.
You just call it fat. So.
It is fat. I'm being honest.
It's fat. It's wide, as the map should be. It's fat.
Yeah, no, but like it's like with Lakeside. Like Lakeside is a wide map, isn't it? But it's still like narrow, like or lengthwise, isn't it? It's just very wide. Like, but this one is both long and wide. So now it's just fat.
Okay. I'm just gonna stop you here because High C, I do believe, is the mapper for this one, and he's in chat right now, and he's saying that he measured both Granary and Intermodal, and he said that Intermodal is actually skinnier than Granary.
What? Really? Like,
it's his words.
Oh, it might be, but like the actual areas of the map, like this is just one big area. It's not shut off like Granary, if you get what I'm saying. Like Granary has like different sections, whereas when you get over to point 2, it's just like one huge section. Whereas with Granary, you've got like up top attic, and you've got like garage, and you've got like lunchbox. Sorry.
Yeah, I just started to. Like, really forward to casting this, and it looks like snipers just already kind of took their positions on this huge flat mid. This is like one huge sniper sideline, and I already can see how those like 3 train tracks are basically for it. Kind of like, I guess it kind of obstructs my view, and as I said, Flo just managed to get a nice headshot on Zarker, and a lot of people are dead. For Wege Rag, only 2 people up on very low health, only 1 up now, solid, and
yeah, that's the
wipe.
That's a legit wipe. Like the respawners couldn't even get back up in time. That they wiped so hard. But yeah, and now you can see that red team are gonna push up ahead. Flo actually went down in that mid fight as well, so he won't actually have that much of an noob advantage over Zark, only about 15%. So blue team just need to build this for last. Could actually hold second potentially.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they lost quite a big advantage, but Clone died first on mid, so that managed to buy the Polish team a little bit of time. And looks like Team 9's offense kind of slowly crumbled because Ratchet and Lame, Ratchet once again on Scout, and I think Blaz back in heavy, kind of managed to push the attackers off. And the second point is still Polish, but they're pushing onto this little boiler. I think it's like generator area, and the looks like Chloe had to back out with his Uber. He has no no like crucial combo class spot pyro. Yeah,
Wege Rack should have pushed like a bit earlier. Team 9 were like 4 down just a few seconds ago. Like they can still potentially keep going. Like they do. Ah man, they did have an even close drops to Sinclair. Very, very nice. They have to push with this now. Like they've got full Uber advantage.
Have most of their classes, and they just like have full Uber advantages. Need to cap the point, but looks like that's a good call by Zarka, and Vlad is pushing in, trying to kill it. Oh, Relox, but Relox managed to kind of draw attention. Marv used that distraction to kill off Heavy for the blue team, and that was the pop on the Pyro. Zinner just kind of like going M1 and managed to kill off, I think, 3 people? No, 2 people, because Pyro managed to run away.
Like that.
Team 9.
Like, I don't get it. Like, blue team pushed, like, to the midpoint, and then they pushed past the midpoint. They pushed into, like, Team 9's lobby, and, like, they got, like, barely any time on mid, and they didn't leave anyone to cap mid, and in the meanwhile, there's a scout back capping the second point. Like, that was very, very messy by them. They, like, with that many plays down, they should have just, like, taken mid and just capped it off and not pushed too far in, but then no, extended and paid for it.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm just kind of slowly reading chat, and Heis, who is a mapper, says that it's generally speaking too cluttered, and he's working on that mid, especially, and one of the sides seems to be a little bit more cluttered than the other one, so that's also something worth mentioning, and he's gonna keep working on that, which is kind of nice to see the developer of the map actually actively trying to improve. Yeah. And as I'm saying, that is some exchanges going in the generator room on one of the sides of the map. It's like Solid tried to see what is going on there, and he saw that basically for 6 players from Team 9, and as both medics are hanging on 100% Uber, let's see who's gonna take out the wave, or at least a few kills out of this exchange.
And both medics are on 100 Uber right now, and it looks like Team 9 are trying to push blue point. However, the blue, can we call it a Spire? It's not really a Spire, but like it's about as close as you can get. Like you can go process Spire. But they're at a height advantage right now, and it is a slight problem for Red Team because the sidelines are so big on this map that it's going to be like really hard for them to push. As soon as they get out of the door, they might get their head shot off, so they're going to have to pop it early.
Exactly, and it looks like Wege Dragons just decided to just take things in their hands, and they're pushing on the mid or from the left, which is actually a good call from them because it managed to get the Team 9's force out on the medic, and now here goes the counter pop from Zarker, who had just enough time to put and share it generously, as Marv is in a dire situation as he dies to Ratchet the scout, and looks like the point is actually being capped right now by 4 people, as on seconds only one guy, who is the spy Selleck. Team 9 didn't quite manage to get a back cap because he is too slow.
Yep, and that was a very, very, very good push there by blue team. I think they just got bored standing on the spy and they just went up ahead and did it anyway. And now it looks like blue team are showing some aggression because Team 9 were 4 down. And it's like, oh, Quintush, they're running in, taking out Zarko. It will give Close some Uber advantage right now to hold last with. Thank gosh for them. LeMay, they're taking out Marv. He is on fire, by the way. He's doing very, very well.
It looks like Flo is in a very good spot as he has a clear sideline on the point. He managed to pick off the Pyro for the blue team, but the blue team managed to cap the point anyways, and looks like Ratchet to get on that Chloe on 14 HP. Tried to get out, but Warner was already on him, and he didn't quite manage to do what he intended to do, so the medic for the blue team, Zarka, is going to have a slight Uber advantage, about percent tops, as the second point has been recapped by Team 9.
Yep, and Wege Rack were in trouble just now. They were only 3 players up. They still have another 4 players yet to respawn. That's some very long respawn times. And you can see that Coco there is already getting onto the point, and he's already just started capping it now. He's being backed up by his team right now. And Close only just gone back up, so Zaka, never mind, he didn't have Uber advantage. Sellex has stabbed him.
He did, but not anymore. And it looks like Relics is just holding entire areas by himself with no medic whatsoever, as Sinclair tried to do something happen and managed to pick up the Viking, the Pyro, and just died from the afterburn. So I guess 1 for 1 is good enough for the spy. And looks like once again the tides has changed, and Team 9 trying to push in, but looks like VG Rag is just going huge here with basically everyone just scoring for 1 kill on every single of the enemy classes. And
God, I'm sorry. Solid there was against a devil man and a medic, and he killed the medic, through the devil man after Zarka went down.
As unfortunate for him, Zarka is about 30% advantages to Chloe, even more because Chloe is about to spawn. The timers on that map are really unforgiving, and really, VG is gonna have faster respawns. They should probably put some people on the point, start capping it to get to deny Team 9 for respawns, but looks like they're not gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna do it. 3 classes are gonna have to walk the entire way through from the first spawn to the last. It looks like Marsh is doing a lot of work to manage to take out Vlad and Zinner for VG Rags. It's just huge considering he was all by himself.
Yep, and now Zarka's got a huge Uber advantage right now. They could definitely take second with this Uber advantage, especially with Mars being down. Oh, it looks like quick on that lorry crate? Is that a lorry crate? It's a crate lorry.
Well,
either way,
they call it a fort, I think, the second.
That makes sense. It definitely looks like a fort. It's pretty impenetrable from what I can see. But yeah, he's got a sentry there on top of the lorry crate.
Yeah, the fort crate, and looks like the height advantage also, as you said before, unforgiving, as neither of the teams managed to push past second. I think the only VG Rack managed to cap a second, but they couldn't quite capitalize on that and push. And as I'm saying that, Flo managed to pick up 2 players for the VG Rack's team, and Zarka just lost his Uber advantage, which was about 50% over Chloe, as Chloe just closed in, responded, and just pushing through generator, randomly pushing out, because they have no fear, and Viking just managed to get down by Jmu Silla, who just spams the spikes.
Yeah, blue team should have been way faster to push there. There's no excuse for losing 50% Uber advantage. That's way too much Uber. But no, blue finally get it popped off only after they get forced though, so this will leave Chloe advantage, and he has more players up and better classes up. So blue team just have to back out mid right now. You can already see Zaka and his Pyro Z and are backing out and into the lobby area.
And it looked like Silk tried to get out of the flame. He quite almost managed to, but he got picked off by Ratchet, so no spy action. And as I'm saying that, Team Nine is just capitalizing on that push, capping midpoint, giving their team forward spawns at the same time, denying forward spawns for the blue team Wege. And looks like there's a counter pop from the team 9 here, just popping the Uber. Actually, there's no counter for Zarka. He's on quite low HP. He should probably get out, but he didn't quite. He tried to save his teammates, and he paid for that with his own life.
Yep, and I don't know what to say to that. Like, Zarka just should have gone out. There was no way they were going to hold second. Like, they lost their heavy, like, to an Uber, and they couldn't have held with Uber to advantage after they lost like a few important classes. Oh, yeah, they're gonna try and contest it anyway. Like, lots of them were going down, like, for it. But I think they might be able to delay. However, Chloe does have a huge 50-60% Uber advantage to push into last with.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out too well for them as blue team just got respawns and Chloe's nearing his 100% Uber, and they're just getting ready to push from second. As you see those numbers, I think that's a very good idea to just kind of number the entrances so people know how to call them. Nice call there by Heis and his friends, but looks like just Relock just jumps on the point, tries to force out the medic out. There's a Pyro, and they're just doing a lot of work pushing him out. But it looks like this whole office is crumbling because Vlad is walking on the point, but Morse once again he has the upper hand. He walks on the point, and it looked like Wege is gonna kind of defend his position and capitalize on a few kills they managed to get, but there's the heavy Morris just walking in. He hasn't had any of that shit. He's just walking in and just caps it almost by himself. Well,
wow.
You know, he got.
So that was a like 11-minute round. That was very, very long.
Yeah. Yeah, it was considerably long actually because, well, either of the teams could capitalize on the second push, as if you lack certain picks, it's just really impossible to push there since the head advantage. But it looks like Chloe has managed to catch a few pipes. As I said, he managed to catch a roller as well, and there's no medic for Team 9 as of now. 20 seconds time to respawn.
There's a very, very good mid-fight there by Wege. Like, Wonder sort of bombed in, and then the Demon just followed up with some, like, very nicely placed rollers. Like, what can I say? Oh, man, Team 9 in trouble. They're, like, 3 up at the moment. Quintosh has got 8. They're 2 up. Like, Zark's hit 100% right now. They're going to be pushing into last. Need to watch out for the sniper, though. He's standing in the generator room. He doesn't manage to get the snipe that he needs.
But yeah, they have the full advantage. They already have players in second. I think the combo should just push forward, give there some team, you know, some breathing room. As I said, Mars is just going down to Vlad. He's kind of mad because he just got killed by a few times by Mars. Even he had some advantage. It goes very early. Good call there by Zarka, just going in with the Uber, trying to just kind of block up the point. There's the Pyro Viking managed to axe down the heavy, and looks like this whole offense is about to get rumbled as the medic for the blue team is just fighting on the point. Managed to get a few saws, didn't quite manage, and there was a nice counter pop by Chloe, who just got like 4 saws off the medic or something like that. He managed to counter pop, and
yeah, he was building like ever since he went down on mid. Like, I'm gonna give a like call out to Zarka there for being the ballsiest medic I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I mean, he had some balls, but he didn't have the rest, so he couldn't actually capitalize on that, as almost the entire Team 9's team was on the point. And as I'm saying that, the blue team just got the respawn. Zarka is still trying to catch up with his teammates as Chloe is nearing to the 50% Uber advantage happens after that.
Oh man, teaming back on this point, they've got a huge 40-50% Uber advantage right now, and blue team just keep bleeding out on sides there. They lost the heavy, not heavy, the scout, they switched classes. They lost Ratchet again, it looks like they threw some damage onto the point. Wonder there jumps in, doesn't manage to get anything done, and they're just delaying so that Zarka can get some Uber in time to hold the next.
Exactly, and Chloe is on 100% Uber, Zarka is only in 65, he's closing to 100. I'm really disappointed I haven't seen any crits creek action going on, because this map is perfect for demo crits, as it's really wide open and really flat. You can simply just lob stickies over a few areas and just wipe chunks of the enemy team. But both medics are really conservative in their choice of medigun, so they just keep sticking on that medigun. And it looks like right now Team 9 is just kind of waiting on the left side, waiting for something to happen. Selec tried to get a nice stab, he didn't quite manage to do so, but Marv on the flank is just doing some work, took out the engineer, which is going to be kind of painful. Well, Lame kind of responds to that, taking out Relox.
And the Uber there has been popped off. They waited way too long though, and Zark got Uber back, so he popped back in exchange. And at the moment, Team 9 in trouble. They lost 3 people during that Uber exchange, so now they're going to get pushed back. Like, although Wege Rack did lose 2, but they weren't that important. Mars there getting caught by stickies as well. Like, there's no way Wege Rack aren't pushing into mid now.
Pretty much. And yeah, I'm just reading the chat again, because all the time I'm just kind of looking at the chat. And the Heist is just saying that he has never seen horror as a map before. Now he checked how the mid looks, and he said that it's almost really like eerily weird that mid looks really similar to his mid, even though he hasn't seen Follower before. And looked like the bomb from Marv was almost successful, but Zorka managed to kind of surf off his rockets quite gracefully, saved himself on 50 HP, and now he's trying to get back to health. But there's a nice play by Zinner.
That was really a great flare. That was like a flare like Candle would do. Like, that was so good.
Well, some people might not know who Candle is. Candle is one of them in Europe.
The best.
Update. The best. Steve won the competition. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, Zarka is pushing on with his team, 100% Uber in his pocket or in his Uber gun, and Vlad is just walking on the point with his little flip-flops, trying to step on Team 9's ground. It looks like he's being caught off guard, and looks like, yeah, Zarka is in a lot of trouble as Pyro managed to blast him away from his heavy, kind of that they're ganged up on. So a really nice nice play by Team 9, but kind of poor play by Vlad, because he got kind of distracted with throwing sandwiches down, and he got surprised.
Yeah, and now, wow, this is a really back and forth map. They managed to cap that back. Zark has Uber disadvantage though, and Team 9 are bound to get a respawn wave right about now, so I'm gonna see if Team 9 want to try and push on that, because that is a huge 60% Uber advantage that they have.
Yeah, it looks that way. And yeah, just blue team Wege Rack are just leading players on the flank. Just currently getting respawns. They still have the forward respawns because the second point still belongs to them. And Team 9 is really conservative and they're pushing. Right now they decided to just kind of walk out, and Zorker is slowly building his Uber back up. So it looks like they're gonna hold quite forward here. Wege Rack, a nice kill on Relox by Sinclair with his ambassador. At the same time, Vlad got stabbed by Selec. So a lot of frag exchanges, but looks like just slightly, ever so slightly, Wege Rack is just kind of coming out on top of this.
Oh man, they just managed to cap that off, and Wonder there tried to block the point. He died. That wasn't the best help. And now Wege Rack, a lot of people down. Oh man, Martha bombs and forces in the Uber. Wege Rack in a bad place right now. There are a lot of players down, and Team 9 are going to push ahead with this Uber advantage.
Definitely, they should capitalize on that. Having in mind that they still have this 1 point advantage. As you said before, this map really takes a long time to cap. Probably due to the second point, because midpoint is usually capped in a really rather quickly manner.
Yes, indeed. And, oh man, Clovis holding onto that Uber. They're going to push through their own lobby right now. They're pushing through the high ground onto mid. They're getting a bit spammed by a blue demo. Wonder there tries to go in, tries to get something, but not really. Looks like they're going to rotate over. Are they rotating? Yes, they did. They popped in through main at the moment, and Zark is only at 70%. So he's in trouble, and he gets jumped by Relox, and he goes down. Relox is dominating the enemy medic now. He's really great down, man.
Jesus, he was just using the Uber, just jumped through the heavy, killed off medic, jumped back into this Uber shell that his medic had ready for him. It was a really great play, not only getting the medic down, but also getting out live from the heavy's minigun, which is actually a very good play by him, and he has to get some credit for that play.
And now Team 9 are pushing blue team's fort at the moment, the crate fort. They've got a huge Uber advantage right now. They've got 50% Uber advantage, and should be able to capture with ease, because not enough of blue team are in position to block it. they're at the moment stuck in the far left lobby. They're nowhere near the points. Like, this is what I mean by the map's really, like, wide.
Fat.
Like, that lobby
not wide,
flank.
fat.
Yeah. That's, like, that lobby flank, like, is, like, can't get near the point, like, at all. Like, and it's just so big for something, like, which isn't for spy flank. But anyway, so we're going to be seeing some sort of pushing from Team 9 very, very soon. Are they going to go in from left side again? That's where they went last time. Nope, they're going in from right side at the moment.
And actually, they should really hurry up. Well, they should have hurried up, because Zarker is 100% right now, as Chloe is just sitting on his Uber and probably waiting for something to happen. I don't think it's a good idea to push right now, because Team 9 is missing a few classes. A very early pop from Chloe, and now he has to run back. Only Viking up. But the Heavy just managed to turn around, as, you know, Heavies can't do that. They're slow, but they can turn around quite fast. And managed to kill a Viking before he got into this medic. And looks like the red team is trying to cap second, because there was a slight backup going on before, as I said before. Team 9 lost a few classes.
Solid there, really great sneaky mini sentry. He went down like by the flank underneath the fort, stuck a mini sentry there. Close sort of fell off with all the projectile damage, and he died to the mini sentry. Really great energy work, and they did manage to cap it back though.
Yeah, they didn't quite manage to cap it back up, like you said, but not just they did, as someone was trying to back cap. I think it was a spy. Yeah, it was, Sinclair. No, it was, I don't know. It was someone who tried to back cap the last point, but didn't quite manage to do so. And it looks like midpoint is once again going to be a huge exchange. Marvin, a very interesting spot on the pipe, waiting for people to come out on gate 2 or gate 3. Once again, it's a good design just to call, you know, things by the name, so people don't have to think them up.
Yep. Oh man, Chloe and Zarka like spawned at the same time, but Chloe's been building way fast. This guy actually got Ubered once. You don't know if he knows it. And it looks like the team are going to push it anyway. No, what was his name? Blue Demo.
Schmozilla.
Schmozilla there goes as a headshot. Oh man, Russell takes advantage of that, kills Zark as well. This is bad right now for Wege Rack. It looks like Team 9 are going to push forward into the Great Fort right now and take this point with ease. Chloe there hit 100% Uber right now.
Yeah,
they're going to use this to push last.
They just get respawns of Wege Rack, but doesn't look like they're going to capitalize on that, as Chloe just really popped early. Just, you know, giving the full Uber advantage, full Uber to Redlux, and currently it's 2-0. For the Team 9, and I'm gonna like just watch one of the demos. And I'm gonna watch Relax, as he was doing a lot of work on the rollout, as I was being reminded by some people in the chat that rollouts for this map, especially for demos, are quite remarkable due to all those slants they can slide off. It looks like Relax is gonna be first on the point, already spamming the gate 3. And Demo managed to catch some spam. It was Schmozilla caught some spam there, but they didn't quite manage to pick enough to die straight away.
I'm watching like Schmozilla there, and it looks like the map is like really big. Like neither Demo and really hit each other during that mid, because like the map was so large. But it looks like blue team have expressed a bit of dominance early in the mid fight. I didn't realize there was a space underneath the map either, but it looks like they push all the way around. Redlux is behind enemy medics. Zark is getting bounced down. He's so low on 60 health right there. Almost created Redlux there. Gets gunned down by Heavy.
Yeah, but
man.
as you said, Selec was on that medic, on Zarker. He tried to back him, but Zarker managed to kind of evade his attacks and finally got poked to death, dropping the Uber, which is really unfortunate. You don't really want to drop to a poke with this icicle that Selec had in his hand. That's kind of unfortunate. It was a slow pause for some reason. I don't understand why, but looks like even the medic dropped. The blue team is kind of conservative. They're still holding mid, and Team 9 is kind of afraid of pushing out. So it seems, even though Chloe is on 100% Uber advantage in this little generator area.
Yep, and now Chloe is at a full Uber advantage right now. It looks like Team 9 won't push mid with the Schmozilla and Zarka both going down again. Martha doing a lot of work, just constantly hassling Zarka there. Make sure that blue team don't have heals up. And they should be able to cap this point and push the next one with ease, because blue team are only 4 up.
Yeah, it seems like that way. And even though like Wege Rack had some openings and they're really trying as hard as they possibly can, it just is really clear that Team 9 has the synergy going. As I said, that Flow is just headshotting the engineer, which is crucial for last defense, and even more so if the engineer is running level 3 sentry. And there's a small exchange by the scouts. It was Coco between Ratchet, and Coco managed to take out the winner. There goes the pop on the last once again, trying to spawn cap. Pyro goes down to nice stickies from Relox, and there's Medic and a Soldier trying to cap. Only Scylla on the point. Now the Sniper, and almost entire wipe point goes to Team 9 once again.
Yep, it's 3-0 at the moment, and there's 6 minutes left on the clock for there to be a comeback. I think there's a pause. Is there a pause? No. Like, Team 9 asked for a pause because of server lag. It's not actually happening. I'll watch Relax for the rollout right now. Probably gonna see how much damage he does on mid. He comes out early to the left side right now, putting some stickies on right. He gets hassled by Scout. Is he gonna go down? It's 8 health, he doesn't go down.
Quite close, and Team 9 once again picking up 2 players from Wege Rag, so only 7 people actually make it 6 because Smosilla just died to his headshot. Relox managed to pick off Wonder, and a lot of people down, but looks like Sinclair tried to do some counter work, managed to take down Quintosh, and Vlad managed to take out the Heavy, and as I said, that Zorka just died to Morse. So there's a lot of on the midpoint, and both teams lost a lot of their plays, but looks like ever so slightly Team 9 managed to pick off more and cap the point right about now.
Yeah, wow. It was sort of like some after fights, like after it was going on the mid fight. It was Solid taking out the Medic, Solid taking out Relox as well. He was just running around mid by himself. Like, he finally does go down to Coco, but that was very, very amusing.
Yeah, it does look amusing, and it looked like Blue Team has just got the respawns that they're capitalizing on this respawn wave, as in they're slowly picking off players, and it looks like Chloe is just like standing still on the teleporter for no apparent reason, which is gonna really disrupt red pushes. And yeah, it's slowly coming back up from the spawn gate. Team 9 is trying to repush. No, not really. It's kind of trying to hold second as of now, as Vdirect just capping midpoint.
Oh,
and,
man.
Yeah.
Lemeda, as I said, he's on fire. Like, he took down Mars again. Flo there is the only really counter to Lemeda. And at the moment, Zarka has got Uber advantage. About every time I say that, he gets sniped. He doesn't have Uber advantage.
You should probably stop
time.
for Zarker's sake. Just stop.
Every time I say he's got Uber advantage, he dies. It's like I'm a jinx.
Just stop for Zarker's sake. Just stop.
The control point is linked.
Yeah, but it looks like Team 9 managed to recover from that really bad couple of minutes here with, you know, Chloe being kind of AFK on the spawn, and with that 80% Uber advantage, they're just pushed onto mid and about to take out second. If they manage to hold on to this 100% Uber advantage here, they're gonna do some wonders. As I'm saying, Solid just walks in as a Pyro. I think they switched classes and just like W1's Chloe was nearly handling the 100% Uber. So Zorker is currently having about 50%, I would say 60. Yeah, it's good enough.
Blue Team actually dropped their engineer due to lag, and Solid was the engineer, so now he switched to Pyro, and he's actually doing better than the old Pyro, so it's not the worst thing in the world, to be frankly honest. Like, wow.
Frankly honest.
Team 9 went down. They were only like 2 up there. Like, they should really push mid right now. Like, I don't know why they're still hanging around second. Wege.
Yeah, I think they have one player disadvantage here as I'm looking at the scoreboard, but as
they're
I'm
missing an
that,
engineer. Like.
Yeah, that's why probably like the Solid went on Pyro. And Zarka is on 100% Uber, Chloe only in 20, so if they manage to push fast enough, they can take out mid and possibly even second. And as I'm saying, that nice spot by Zarka very early on his Heavy Vlad, who tried to take out the Heavy, but Team Mars finally goes down as a little Benny Hill chase in the midpoint and pushing in already. Relox using this sneaky little catwalk on the left side, but he didn't quite manage to do what he intended to do. And a lot of people dying for Team 9, even though they have a slight disadvantage. Wege Rag, they're just pushing on. They do not have any brakes on that train.
Yeah, wow. At the moment, Team 9 they were only 4 up, but Wege are even lower right now. And it looks like Team 9, there is a back cap going on. Who's that on the back cap? I believe that's Marth there. He's on the back cap right now. And the point's actually very well capped. The Team 9 can block the second point. Marth can totally do a back cap by himself. And that's what's happening. Marth's walking onto the point right now. Although I assume that Marth is DMing someone or something. He does manage to cap off mid.
Yeah, it was a nice exchange between Marth and Wonder, and Wonder tried to kind of save it, but Marth kind of juggled it out of the point jumped on the point again and managed to cap it, giving Team 9 a huge sway in their favor as Wege's rag offense just crumbling here.
Yeah, and that looks like red team are at full Uber advantage right now. They're gonna push right side lobby into the blue fort.
Yeah, looks like I lost Mia here. Some reason I'm just gonna carry on then. No, I just stopped talking. I thought it was like, oh, I'm kind of lost, but whatever. I'm gonna carry on then. Chloe is 100% Uber right now. Zark is only 50%. And looks like it's a perfect opportunity for Team 9 to push on the second point. As I'm saying, that was a nice bomb by Morph, but Smo still has his pipes ready to go. And he managed to kill off the attacker.
Yep, 7 seconds left on the clock. Zarka, they're getting stabbed right now. It looks like red team were trying to push through the generator room, but it didn't really work out for them. Lots of blue going down. Like Wonder and Schmoes right now. It looks like they're gonna just switch over and push Logar right now. Chloe there drops this heavy. He switches over to his oh man. Now it's up to Rux to do something. He's getting denied by a pyro, but slowly lets them go down. And 12 seconds left. They can totally cap last if they go push for it now.
They could. I mean, I don't think it really matters at this point because the timer is about to run out. 30 minutes timer with this map, and as blue team tried to like kind of give this a little stretch as to defend last and not give the enemy team satisfaction of getting 4 points. Managed to kind of block it off until the time ran out. Yeah, that would be it, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 2-0 victory over 2 maps to Team 9. I don't believe we're going to play the last map was Cough Fuel, which is kind of unfortunate for the map maker because he cannot witness his map being played on a stream. And nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed because it has been Jake with Mia on the other side of the microphone, streamed by John and Mia. Any last words?
Any last words? Let's see. You should sign up for the Highlander Open. Like, sign up. Still have 2 weeks to go. Sign-ups close on the 26th of June. You could be paired with an experienced Highlander player to be your buddy and lead you through. If you're watching this and you're like a new Highlander player and you want to like find out stuff. Thank you to the map makers for creating these maps, like, and trying to put them through competitive play. Yeah, and the Nations Cup is happening soon, the Highlander Nations Cup. So like team captains, like for your respective countries, no matter how big or small, should apply to ETF2L. That's
definitely like the Sealand. I think I'm just gonna like get the Sealand's you know, this little country, just like the membership, I suppose, and just like have a team from Sealand. That would be like 3 people.
You're
live
Polish.
on that.
You can't lie. I'm calling.
Well,
you
I can have double. I think. I don't know. Never mind then. Yeah, this has been once again Blackout Gaming, casting and bringing you the Experimental Cup number 5, won by Team 9. So golden little cup thing goes to their ETF2L profile.